All right, we're rolling, and welcome back to the 11 cast. Today I am joined by, what is your name, sir?
It's Chinsaku.
Chinsaku. Okay.
Yep.
Well, this is Exzisd with the 11 cast. Chinsaku, what does that name mean, and what are the origins?
It's kind of funny because the name Chinsaku actually came from it's a high school nickname given to me
Huh.
by my buddy Joe. Shout out to Lefty Lucy, by the way. He's another producer.
Okay.
But anyway, it was back in high school. He just ended up calling me Chinsaku out of nowhere. It's this character from Metropolis, this random character I from this anime Metropolis. I don't know. He's
I
just this
knew
random
it.
character with a mustache. This was before the mustache. So, yeah, that was basically how I got my name.
So, did you grow the
But funny
mustache?
thing about it is I ended up going to Japan and finding out that the name actually means rare work or rare blossom. I had no idea. I just thought it
Huh.
was just like a Japanese name.
So it was kind of like a joke that you grew the mustache out?
I, I mean, no, not really. I didn't even think of it that way when I was growing it out. But
But the nickname was he saying because you have a kind of a sharp chin, a defined jawline.
yeah,
And then you have the
that's true.
mustache too. So you've always said probably had that chin line. Was he kind
So I
of
got the
joshing with you
Chinsaku.
about the chin?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. I knew it had something to do with anime. The Saku part. It was making me think like waifu or these
Yeah,
weird anime things I hear on internet meme culture.
yeah.
Um, so you're a friend in high school, and what's your friend doing now? Is he taking any credit
Uh,
for the Chinsaku
yeah,
origins?
we ended up both producing around the same time, a little bit after high school, so maybe 2008 or so. He kind of got me into like producing and things like that.
Oh,
So
really? So there's
yeah,
there's some some origins in the Shinsaku legacy here.
yeah, definitely.
Um, cool. Well, I'm looking here. Now that we understand a little bit more about um, the Tao or the adventures of Shinsaku, what does Shinsaku do?
I really just make music. I make beats. I make, I guess people call it Lofi Hip Hop, but to me, I just still see it as boom bap. I come from kind of a different era. Like, I'm gonna be 31 soon, so
Like, same
I used
age.
to
I
listen
just
to a
turned
lot of
31.
boom bap, like old school hip hop instrumentals, DJ Premier, RZA, stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, that's yeah what I do pretty much. Just make beats.
Cool. So you've been doing how long have you been making beats for?
I've been making beats for about 12 years now.
12 years. Wow. So
Yeah.
what did you start out on? Did you have like because when I just turned 31 back in February, and I
Okay.
remember having like a cassette player when I was little,
Yeah.
and holding down the play and record button at the same time to like
Yeah.
record with
Yeah.
my first little guitar when I was like in elementary school.
Well, the
Um,
first thing that I really used was a. You ever heard of like a netbook?
oh
So it's
yeah, yeah.
basically
It's
like
like
a small version
yeah.
of a laptop. And actually, at the time, I had broken the screen on the laptop, and I actually had to plug in that little netbook into one of those big box TVs with a VGA cord before HDMI was even like a thing. Um, and that's basically how I made beats, was just on that and iPod headphones. That was my setup.
I mean, like back then, that's pretty wild. But I mean, like these days, you see that so commonly. But like, that's an interesting origin right there. I'll say that for sure because it seems like I interviewed this guy named Disaster Piece. He made like this the video game Fez, the soundtrack, and Hyper Light Drifter, and like It
Okay.
Follows the movie.
Hmm.
And he one of the things he said is he places like limitations on himself and then works within those limitations to challenge himself to make new sounds.
Okay.
And so I was going back to your story about the using this netbook. That's a tiny computer,
Yeah.
and I mean you've accumulated quite a following here. I'm looking over. You know, I see the Cowboy Bebop influence, which, by the way, is one of the few, aside from the Studio Ghibli, however you pronounce it, animes I've really gotten into.
Okay.
But
It's actually funny because I didn't really incorporate the whole anime aesthetic to my music. It was really just like the fans, I guess, that would make videos of Cowboy Bebop with my music. And that's just kind of how it got associated with the anime aspect of it, I guess.
oh yeah, there seems like in lo-fi for some reason, I don't know if it was like Chilled Cow or like what the origin of like lo-fi having to do with anime,
Yeah.
aside from like nostalgia.
Yes, definitely nostalgia. Definitely nostalgia.
Yeah, it's like this weird blend. What's your take on that?
I mean, for me, well, one of my biggest inspirations was like Nujabes and J Dilla, and I feel like the way they produced
Oh yeah,
was a lot different than most because they actually put feeling and energy, and you can really hear like that they were going through something during the time. You know what I mean? Like they were letting something out into those beats. So, yeah, I strive for that. I try to put a very nostalgic feeling into what I'm doing. I feel it's essential for lo-fi, I guess. It's just, sad boy stuff. But, yeah.
yeah, and like no, I see that. That's why what attracted me too, because since I've been in this quarantine thing, like I've hopped on your stream. I'm like, this guy's just vibing, dude, and I feel that in your stream, so I appreciate that. And like I picked up your album, the Sia album I found on iTunes. I'm looking at your Spotify here.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of, I love the artwork. You even got a blue check mark, dude. Come on.
I guess so, yeah.
That's the feeling verification, the vibe verification right there.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's pretty cool, man. There's a lot of moves going on with lo-fi right now, and I think it's in this crazy world, regardless of the current global situation, like
Yeah.
a lot of people are seeking it out. So
Well, yeah, especially now. I mean, everybody's kind of at home, quarantined. They don't have anything to do. I mean, why not put on some lo-fi? It's like the most chill thing you can listen to
yeah,
while you're in quarantine, But yeah, yeah.
yeah, definitely, man. Well, so we know about your music, about your origins. You worked your way up from a netbook with, before HDMI was around too. What are you using now? You told me the other day, but I got a goldfish brain.
Oh, yeah. So it's, well, right now I'm using FL Studio on my laptop, and I'm also using this little machine here.
Oh yeah, that's one you'll see on the IG Live, and it's just at Chinsaku .beats on Instagram where all the lives go.
Yeah. So I'll make beats on here, and I'll also make beats on my laptop. But for the most part, I love using this thing. This is like my baby.
Yeah, I see that. Like, yeah. So when you're doing it live, I also notice that you're mixing it too. It's like not like you're just playing the same song. You're like each time you're on there, you're just doing like little tweaks and like making it a performance. So it's really live in that way too. So that's another thing I like about watching your streams.
Yeah.
But we are at the 9-minute mark, and as you know, this is the 11 cast. It's 11 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yep.
So I was looking at your Twitter the other day. I think it's your Twitter. I saw, this is the part of the show where we talk about things that you like outside of your craft, as we've established, lo-fi. There's a photo that I wanted to know. I saw a screenshot of Animal Crossing.
Oh yes.
There was a picture of you and someone else. It was you next to like a record player or something, and someone laying in the bed. And I wanted to know, was that your abuela or was that your novia or who was that?
No, that's my girl.
That's your girl.
But she's got Animal Crossing as well. So she came to my island and hung out.
You guys quarantined apart right now, playing Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing dates. Okay, cool.
Yep, that's how we hang out.
That's what I've been doing with my brothers and my friends as well. So we should exchange codes after that. I'm trying to get Crayshawns right now.
There you go. Oh yeah.
But outside of making beats and everything, what do you enjoy in life? We got about a minute left.
To be honest, I just it's a good question. I mean, I enjoy just like being outside. I also like being indoors quite a bit. I enjoy my privacy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For the most part, just like video games. Like chilling mostly, smoking weed, watching some anime. Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty much it. Like hanging out with my family and stuff, like my brother. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
What are you? How many brothers you got?
Just one, just one little brother.
One little brother. You're a big bro.
Yep,
Cool, man.
I'm the big bro.
So yeah, I forgot you're in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Were you born and raised there?
Yeah. Mhm.
Anything you want to shout out in the last couple seconds here? Place to follow you?
Yeah, I guess just follow me on Instagram, chinsaku.beats. Support my music, I guess. Check out my Spotify, SoundCloud. It's all on there, Chinsaku, CHINSAKU.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. We're past 11 minutes, 11 seconds. You did it. We made it.
Make a wish, 11-11.
11-11. We'll see you in the vibes
right,
stream, man.
Peace. Sounds